help shift the business landscape with the findings from a new study on what's called upskilling opportunities for your employees. Joining me now for more in this sponsored interview is Raghu Krishnaiah, the Chief Operating Officer with the University of Phoenix. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, and thanks for having me here today.
Well, tell us more about retaining our employees and our workforce in this new study.
Yeah, so this study was conducted by surveying over 500 HR leaders in companies of varying sizes and in varying industries. It explored how these companies and organizations are ensuring their employees have the necessary skills to be successful in the future, including digital and technical skills, as well as durable skills like leadership, problem solving, and critical thinking. The results of the survey reaffirm what we know, that investing in these type of programs is good for companies and for the employees themselves. It empowers the teams to drive change, and for the company itself, provides more agility and allows for more innovation, all necessary components to be successful in today's digital age. There are a number of findings in the survey.
In this digital age, as you were mentioning, can you explain when we have a landscape of AI and advancement in technology, what does it mean when we talk about upskilling?
Yeah, the example is, how do we use the AI today? AI is just a tool in many ways that we can use in many different ways to be more productive. So, for example, think about when computers first came out. We had to learn how to use computers. And then when we learned how to use them and we built those skills, we became much more adept at the work we're doing. So that's an example of how you can use upskilling as a way to advance.
And you were also explaining some of the results of the study. What are we finding? What can we glean out of that research?
Yeah, there were a few key findings that are in there I'd love to share with you. The first, skill development was considered crucial by these organizations. And in fact, 67% of the HR leaders we surveyed said their organizations were already investing significant resources to upskill and reskill their employees. And the reason they were doing so is they felt that it would boost productivity. In fact, boosting productivity was the number one reason of why they wanted to deploy these type of programs. And they expected to boost the productivity not only in the short term, but for the long-term health and success of the organization. Another major finding they had is employers felt that it was their responsibility to ensure the employees developed the skills. And one other finding is, despite all the benefits that the employers were feeling that they could achieve from upskilling and reskilling, they still felt that a variety of barriers existed to being successful in deploying these programs.
And some of those barriers may be an opportunity for advancement within the company. How do we also overcome that? How do we address that?
Yeah, so the survey showed a lot of barriers that they felt that they had to overcome. They pointed to a lack of time, budget constraints, things that are fully in their control, as well as things that are harder for them to adjust. For example, nearly 40% cited a resistance from employees, much of which I think is well-founded. So, for example, employees may not know what's important for them to learn to be successful in their careers and advance in their careers, or the skills they need to develop first to make sure that they can continue to succeed in the jobs they're doing today and in the future. So I'm not surprised if there's some level of lack of enthusiasm since you don't really know what you really need to do. Leaders can always find ways to work around this, remaining flexible, evolving, and making sure that they continue to make the changes necessary. If they don't, I often find they risk being left behind by the competition that's already doing so.
Okay, well, that's a great message. Any last takeaways for both the employees and the companies?
Well, for employees, I recommend they take advantage of any learning opportunity that's given to them. It's only going to benefit them for the future. For the employers, I recommend just a few things. First, make sure you align your programs to the most important strategic goals you're trying to achieve. And this includes adjusting things on the side that also impact your upskilling and reskilling programs and their success, such as flexible work and position transitions. Second, I recommend you focus on engaging and encouraging your employees to take advantage of all the learning. Don't mandate it to them, because oftentimes, most times, people don't like being told what to do. But if you give them and show them what the benefits could be, they will jump into it themselves. Third, be flexible. Tailor your solutions to the individual. Use a multitude of approaches and see what works best for each individual person. Use apprenticeships, mentorship programs, peer coaching, and of course, formal learning as well within the courses that are available throughout the organization.
Raghu Krishnaiah, thank you so much, the Chief Operating Officer with the University of Phoenix. Thanks again. So much information there. We'll put that all on our website as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And if your listeners want to hear more and see more, please go to phoenix.edu/workforce-solutions.
Thank you again. Lots of information there and also the full study. And thank you to the University of Phoenix for sponsoring this interview. We're back with more GTU after this short break.